Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. And birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning. So I'm not gonna put the overlay up this morning because something happened yesterday. I was destroyed. I was destroyed yesterday. I apparently I screwed up big time. I made stupid mistakes. Or at least that's what people are telling themselves. So the stream I did yesterday, it affected Spawn Trooper very badly, and he had a mental breakdown. Since I did that stream, which was what, 45, well, no, maybe longer than 45 minutes, like an hour and 15. Since I did that, he has done 8 hours of live streaming about me. 8 hours. That's a mental breakdown. Like, it's one thing if you're talking about other stuff. But for the most part, he was only talking about me. I'll give him credit. He showed the DMs. I love how I said, no, you can show my DMs. And he showed a lot of other people's DMs. Like, okay. I was talking about the ones between you and me, but he eventually did get there. He did get there. And he's like, oh, you fucked up, mate. Okay. So I have some highlights, and I'm going to go through those. And yeah, we'll see how badly I was destroyed. Do that. Okay. So that's why I don't have the overlay up. I'll welcome you guys. We'll get to that. but I want to get through this first. So
told that by one person who was testing you about that. And the thing is, it came full circle because I was already talking to an individual. So you made a big mistake there.
big mistake.
You made a big mistake trusting individuals. You think, oh, I got an IP address.
He thinks because I talk to someone that I trust them. I talk to a lot of people. People come to me with a lot of stuff. Just because I have a conversation with someone doesn't mean I trust them. And I think I know what he's talking about here. Let's listen.
So I got this, I got that, I got the address now. Yeah. The stuff that you've done that I've got proof on.
The stuff that I've done
Could get you in more trouble than you think.
Then contact the cops, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
I warned you. Leave me alone.
He warned me to leave him alone for the last week, but for a month he was, after New Year's, there's people that are going to be, I'm going to release information. Okay. Well, we now have that information, and it was a big nothing burger.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Not happening now.
And what do? You sit on your platform today. I wasn't even aware of it. I didn't really care. This is the best part.
He didn't care about something that he's been alluding to and threatening. Sure. Okay.
Part of it, I didn't care. I really don't. I really didn't care. And I get a DM. Oh, well, you better go and watch this. Why? You better go and watch. Okay. Then. Whoa. And then when you started saying the shit you did, that's when I came in your stream. You see, I am not scared of you, Mike. I will confront you. I will go toe to toe with you.
So, okay, here's what's funny. He was so mad I wouldn't bring him on screen yesterday. He was so mad that when he was doing this, I went in there and I typed in, "Oh, poor Spawn, pity party for Spawn." And he timed me out, like he banned me from the chat. Oh, he's not going to give me a platform. I don't care. Like, oh my God, dude.
And you think you're tough? No, you're not.
When have I ever said that? When have I ever said I'm tough? When have I ever tried to say I'm going to beat somebody up? Projection. Mental illness causes projection.
I will go toe to toe with you on any level because I know what you are and who you are and what you do. So why don't you wind your little scrunky neck in and actually do that what you represent? Instead of trying to antagonize people, instead of trying to get clout, why don't you do exactly that what you're supposed to do? You represent a 501c3 charity for veterans. So why don't you just wind your neck in and do that? Look after veterans. Support veterans and their families. Support all.
That's what I do. That is quite literally what I do. It's what you don't do. You attacked a veteran's family. Sorry.
Veterans of the armed forces. And do it properly. Don't make these little shorts. Don't make the like this. Don't make.
So the short he's referring to. So he was mad about Georgie, and he's still going on about it. Georgie talking to Bruce and was like, she can't be trusted. It's like she went to him for legal advice. She went to him for legal advice, and she told me she was doing it when she did it. Which I was like, hey, you do you. You do you. I don't trust the guy, but you do you. But I did do a YouTube short where I said that was actually a really genius move because he can't add her to any lawsuit that he's a part of now because she could claim attorney-client privilege. And guess what the judge is going to do? Make him step down as the attorney.
All that. And the fact that today I find it quite interesting because I actually was discussing this with quite a few people. I went, do you know what? They went, well, what's the problem with you and Georgia? I said, well, the first problem is that stupid enough to tell us that she.
So yeah, that's his big thing. She talked to Bruce in DMs. She's got record of it. She showed me. Like, Squid has had Bruce in her chat. Like, there are people who talk to Bruce. Now, I get that he wants Bruce's attention and Bruce ignores him, which I find hilarious because Bruce is like, yeah, you don't care. And he keeps throwing a lot of stuff out, that is completely wrong about the American justice system. And it's like, why would he engage with you? Next highlight.
What's pissed me off is the fact that you are trying to get clout off the coattail, right, of someone passing, and the fact that you want to make it all big deal about veteran and veteran family. Well,
I'm not trying to get clout with that. In fact, that type of stuff does not pull me in any it doesn't pull me in any subscribers. It doesn't pull me in any more likes than anything else. It actually, my numbers go down when I do that stuff. It's my mission. And what's my mission always been? My mission has always been to help and entertain military veterans and their families. That's what my mission is. It falls right in with my mission. And I'm helping them. Are you helping them? Or are you bringing people on your platform to shit on them? What are you doing? Because I think if you asked Yoda and Miss Yoda, they would say Skipper's been by us through the grieving process. If we needed anything, we knew we could call him. He did the fundraiser without us even asking, and is really trying to help us remember Uncle Frank the way we want to remember him. That's what you'll find.
I find it very interesting that you only will do that when it suits you.
Yeah, people dying suits me. Are you an idiot?
You absolute lizard. What about Eric?
What about Eric? Let's talk about Eric. I had Eric as a guest on the show. I had Eric in here. He was a mod. I raised money for Eric. I personally gave money from my own account. I gave money from the Veteran Nation account to help Eric. And then Eric went on your platform and shit on me. Well, I'm sorry. If people do something like that, I'm done. No offense to Eric. I'm not telling anyone, do not attack Eric. In fact, you should probably subscribe to Eric. Go subscribe to Eric. I don't hold any ill will to Eric, but Eric feels entitled to be on this platform, and he doesn't. And it's because Eric has not done what it takes to build an audience on his platform. Spawn Trooper, why don't you're all about vets? Why don't you have Eric as your co-host? Bring him on your show. Have him as your co-host. Do that for Eric. You help Eric. It's people who shit on me. I'm sorry, I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to actively try to do anything to hurt you, but I'm not going to help you.
What about Squid? What about
Squid? Okay, let's talk about Squid. And Squid will verify this. Every time I went into Squid's chat, now when I first had Squid on, she had about 100 followers. She now is over 3,000. I'm not saying that's because of me. I'm saying we got her rolling. We got her started. She did the rest. Unlike Eric, who came on, he expected me to keep plugging him and keep bringing him viewers. Squid didn't do that. I had Squid on. We plugged her. She kept doing her thing, and her viewers went up. But every time I went into Squid's chat, I did one thing. I would do a super sticker, or after she got monetized, obviously. She got a super sticker or a comment from me. Now, let me pull back the curtain. Here's why I do that. I've done that on a lot of people's chats, and some of you have seen it. The reason why when I go in, and even if I don't have like a big comment, I'll do at least a super sticker, but I'll try to do a super chat. It's to get everyone else in the chat doing that. Once one or two people do it, more people they're like, oh yeah, I'll do a super chat. That's why I'm doing it. It gets that ball rolling. And Squid needed she needed a refrigerator. I'm happy to do that. What does it cost me? $2? Nothing. I've done it with Squid. I've done it with the Grangers. I've done it with Georgie. Like, it's one of those things that I do. That's not helping them? Okay.
TC, what about other people? Why haven't you got a fundraiser going for TC?
We do. Me and Georgie, when TC's wife was in the hospital, me and Georgie, we talked it over. Okay, yeah, what are we going to do for TC? What are we going to do for TC? And guess what? Georgie is the one who started the fundraiser. I've donated to it. But that was a collaborative effort of her and I talking about. She just went and did it first. I launched it on my show. She did it while I was live, and I launched it. Like, and neither of us said, "Ooh, look at me." Like, that's not what any of this is about. Yeah, if you ask TC, he'll tell you, Skipper has helped me. I helped him with some other stuff this week. Like, he knows he can come to me. I'll do whatever I can, whatever is within my very limited bounds. But he knows all he has to do is be like, hey, I need some help. And with that one, he did not ask for help. He did not ask for help. I went to him and said, me and Georgie talked it over. We'd like to do a fundraiser for you. And he was like, you don't have to do that. And I'm like, no, we don't have to, but we want to. And we did. But we raised over $1,000 for him. And you're questioning me? Dude, what fundraisers have you done?
For his wife, to support them of the financial burden after what's happened. Why don't you support him?
We did.
What about AVA? Why aren't you supporting him?
Every time AVA comes in here, I tell people to go to his channel and watch his videos. Because that's what he needs. He needs people to watch his videos so his watch time goes up. I brought AVA on here several times. I've told AVA, hey, you want to do something, you want to use Veteran Nation, all you have to do is call me. I'll give you the login information, and you can stream on both platforms, yours and mine, and tell people to go follow, watch on yours. I've offered that to him. I've written articles about AVA for him to then use elsewhere. I wrote a joint article about him and the Angry Vet. You talk with AVA, he knows. He needs anything from me, all he has to do is ask. And a lot of times if I see something that I can do, I don't even need to ask. I just do it. So, there we go.
Why? Mike, why? Why not?
Every person he mentioned there, I've helped in one way or another. How I help is up to me. I choose that. No one else chooses that. I know Eric thinks that I should have veterans on this show. That's not part of this mission. This Veteran Nation is not a platform for veterans. It's to help and entertain military veterans and their families. Entertainment. And sorry, when he was on, he wasn't very entertaining. I told him I told Eric exactly what he should do to build his audience. And he doesn't want to do it. Okay. I did, Matthew. Thank you. I did. I'll get to that. That is funny. That was a funny picture.
What's pissed me off is the fact that you are trying to get clout off the coattail, right, of someone passing, and the fact that you want.
We did that one. Sorry.
I will listen and give them advice. If they need anything, I will do that. That's the way I am. Mike, why aren't you the
Oh my God, are you listening to people and giving them advice? Why have I spent all the time and effort to do a 501c3, to raise money for people, to write articles, to do change.org petitions, to do petitions in person? Why am I doing all that? I should have been listening and giving advice. Wow. Does anyone know how we can nominate people for the Nobel Prize? Because I think this guy deserves it.
same? Where are your ethics? Right? What? And
Where are the ethics of bringing on someone to attack a family of a veteran because you want to get at me and Georgie? Where are the ethics in that, dude?
a lot of the stuff that I've been saying in my streams, I find it quite interesting that seeing something like you start copying, you start repeating, you start.
By the way, yeah, I'm a pleb. So this morning he was talking about how I used his research on John German. So let me pull back the curtain on that one, and a lot of people can understand. John German was not even on his radar. Okay, in December, I pulled in a bunch of people. I pulled in Coop, I pulled in Squid, pulled in Spawn Trooper, and I pulled in Georgie, and I think that was it. And I showed them, because John German was not shutting up. He was going on. And I showed them my DMs with him. I also showed them the court records. And, I said, look, you guys look at this. You guys look at this stuff. You tell me. And Georgie especially helped me find Jeremy's video, because it was kind of like I didn't know what it was named, but she helped me find it. And she also is the one that showed me the members only video of him bidding on it. I don't have that, but that's where I saw it. And then he knew I was going to do that story. And then we had the falling out. What does he do? He goes and he does the story, which that's fine. But he only had what John German had posted publicly. He didn't have what I have. And then he's claiming that I stole his research. It's like, dude, John German posted that stuff. Like, and here's the other thing. People in this story share information. He doesn't, but everyone else shares information. I've sent things to Megan. I've sent things to Tug. I had someone yesterday ask me, hey, can I use one of your videos? I said, whatever video, however you want to use it, it's yours. By all means. Like, we share stuff. Like, and he's taking credit for things that others have found. For instance, it wasn't him who found yesterday that now the new motion by Scott Stark surprisingly left out the middle initial. And also they referred to Lynette as the defendant. That wasn't him catching that. It was someone else. I'm sure he'll probably do a thing about it and take credit for it, because that's what he's done in the past. But he's struggling to be relevant. And I can tell you, based on my conversations, he badly wants Tug and Megan's attention. Badly. Which, oh, here he is. Oh, excuses. Okay. Hey, Spawn Trooper, since you didn't like that I did the TC fundraiser, you ignored that. You don't like that I've given money to Squid in Super Chat. I gave Eric a platform. I also brought him in subscribers, and I gave him personal money and foundation money. Who's the other one? So what else should I be doing to help people? We know you listen and advise, but not all of us can do that much work. Let's go
saying
on.
the same shit. I'm like, oh, what? And I'm not the only one who knows that. You don't have content because you
I don't have content. I've been doing this for 4 years, way before the what the hell story, but I don't have content. Okay. Oh, look, Spawn is upset that I am broadcasting his pity party from yesterday. Poor Spawn. Poor Spawn.
choice to come into the stream, but you decided to play a game and thought I would not play it as well. Well,
Okay, at this point is when he starts putting up the DMs, and he reads he sends paragraphs, okay, and he reads all of his, because see, this is a mental health crisis. He needs his side to be told. Same thing with Lynette, who also writes books when she sends stuff to people, but he needs his side he needs to be heard. He needs that sounding board, because he refuses to talk to a therapist. I did an hour yesterday. He did 8 hours of streaming since I did my hour. That's a mental health crisis. You need to go talk to someone, dude.
Sunshine, you lose. As you have shown many what you like, that was your choice, not mine. As far as I'm concerned, I have moved away from the blame game and this little attempt of yours to do beat.
He's moved away, but did 8 hours of streaming.
To be the better man. You, sir, are a fucking hypocrite and a clown. I trusted you, and you took that trust and threw it in my face.
Okay, dude. Dude, I told you not to do a live stream about me while you were on, and you didn't show those DMs. Oh, you didn't show those DMs. You only showed the DMs that supported you. You didn't show the DMs where you were on live stream and I was telling you, dude, stop this. Stop doing this publicly. They'll be shown. Don't worry. I'm glad you showed the DMs. I'm glad you showed them, because you were selective. That's okay. I'll show them all. I will show them all. It'll be a members only video. So if you want to watch, you'll have to pay.
And you want to question my integrity, you showed yours. Now here's a question that I would be interested to say the least. Have you discussed anything you and I have spoken about privately of conversations?
This is him reading a super long thing. Now, here, I'm going to back up a little bit.
About privately of conversations, Squid, you and I have had. Yes, sorry, Squid.
Oh, oh, so yeah, you have conversations with people too. I get it. Here's the thing: people are allowed to have conversations. When you do a show like this, people are going to talk about you. You're going to have to learn to deal with that.
I do apologize, all right, but there's nothing bad about it, all right? Had with anyone else.
Let's just trust them. Yep, the attention whore came in to cry.
Listening anymore. Oh, is that how you treated your ex-wife? Wow. Okay. Well, you've admitted that anyway. Let me ask you just a quick question. With your behavior on the internet and everything else, are you still going through this court case, and how are they going to look at this, the way you behave? Just a question.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, shows he knows nothing about the American judicial system. Nothing. Anything I do online about my case, guess what? Cannot be brought in unless if it's directly related to that case. Directly related. So you got not so nice DMs from me. Guess what? It can't be brought into any case. It's called prejudicial. Prejudicial. Just like how, for those who followed the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, he had posts about what he was going to do to defend things for months prior before the incident. The judge didn't allow him in. It was like, that's all prejudicial. It has nothing to do with this incident. But I do enjoy this little threat that you're trying to make. I find it hilarious because, dude, it's just stupid.
That's just a question.
Just
right?
a question.
So, but anyway, right.
We're just asking questions here, people.
This is not about her, is it? It's about you.
Just asking questions. Just like how with Uncle Frank, we were just asking questions. Okay. I never said I know anything about American law. Oh, you said a lot that you knew about American law. You said that Jeremy could have Guapo and Bruce drug tested. No, he can't. Fourth Amendment, dude. Fourth Amendment.
It's about you seeming to avoid a simple answer. to a simple question. So why aren't you avoiding it? May it be, ooh, did you speak to them two before?
Now, this is really what he's hung up on. Whether or not I spoke to Georgie and Max before I spoke to him. Okay. And I told them all I wanted to stay out of it. And he's like, was that before or after? And I was like, it was before. And he's like, oh, that proves you lied to me. Okay, telling someone, if someone comes to me and says, hey, this is happening, I don't want any part of it. That is not speaking to him. We're not having a tangible conversation. I am saying, I don't want a part of it. Keep it away from me. And yeah, both of them did approach me. And I told both of them, I don't want a part of your beef with Spawn Trooper. When Spawn Trooper came to me, I told him, I don't want a part of it. And then the next day, he says to me, well, just come in this Discord. Just come in this Discord. And I said, I'll come in the Discord, but I'm not going to discuss this. He then, once I got in the Discord, started discussing it. And I was pissed. But that's what he's hung up on. He says I lied to him. No, I told them I'm not discussing it. And I didn't discuss it further. That was the end of the conversation. There you go. Really, this is where his mental illness is manifesting. He's saying, you're talking to people about me. And it's paranoia. It is paranoia. And that's why he's mad. Yeah. Georgie was like, hey, I need to talk to you about Spawn Trooper. And I said, I'm not getting into it. I'm not having that discussion. Boom, done. I believe Max Lab sent me something and was like, what is Spawn Trooper doing? And I said, I'm not getting into it. I'm not discussing this beef. Because it was really between Georgie and Spawn Trooper. And to be honest, Georgie was correct. But she was handling it privately. But then after he did his Discord, I then started pulling myself out of chats that I was in with him. Why does my thing keep... my tablet keeps turning on and off. But yeah, that's what he's... See, look, oh my God. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. It doesn't matter. People are going to talk about you. And I told them I wasn't discussing the issue. You're a freaking idiot. You need a therapist. Yeah, he's still crying. He brought all this on himself. He should never have attacked Uncle Frank's family.
Did you speak?
Doesn't matter.
Right? Because I have free reign. Right? Mike, you made a mistake. You should have kept your mouth shut. But you can't do that, can you?
What mistake did I make? What mistake? I told people I wasn't going to get involved in your bullshit. Why don't you show the full chat? Why are you only choosing? Show the full ones. Show your meltdown.
Here's a bit of advice. Mike, how many times did I ask you? How many times did I ask you? Did you speak to them two before coming in Discord?
So, just for clarification, he's asking me after the fact, did you speak to him before we came in the Discord? But he's not asking this before I went into that Discord. Just clarifying.
Because the thing is, your answer would have changed. Your answer would have changed that total outcome of that Discord situation.
No, it wouldn't have.
You call me a liar.
No, it wouldn't.
Right? Oh, okay. That's your choice.
I didn't want to discuss the issue.
Call me anything you like.
I didn't want to discuss
But
the
you
issue
made a mistake
at all.
So I asked you. Okay? All right? So what we're going to do
Running
now...
away.
We're going to go through that whole conversation, shall we? So that's what we're going
It's
to do
not
now.
the whole conversation.
Right, you see,
He only shows the screenshots that he wants to show. But that's okay. All the DMs will get out there.
what you sound like. You think you're funny with your little soundboard. You think you're clever. You think you have that little board and you put those little things in.
Oh, the soundboard really bothers him, doesn't it?
Right?
This is him, like, when you have a mental illness and you're not getting any help, you will absolutely what do they call it? You'll show your punches, you'll show your cards, and that's exactly what he's doing. Oh yeah, it's very clear to me that he goes off about Georgie. He's very, very jealous of Georgie. Very. That's why he focuses on why she came out of nowhere. Me and Georgie had been texting for months, and she started doing creating thumbnails for both me and Spawn Trooper way before she came on. And like I said, she had TikTok. She had her own platform.
And what you don't realize, every time you do that, it's about you. Everything you do is about you. Antagonizing the actual.
The soundboard is about me. The soundboard is a way to add to the show. I know he doesn't like it. He doesn't have to use it on his show. He can just move right on.
People who should, instead of being antagonized, they should have the law be knocking on their door. Do you remember that day when you sent me that text message saying that, oh yeah, they're going to, the law are going to be knocking on their door next week? You remember that? You remember that little text message you sent me? And when you sent me, I knew straight away it was bullshit because I got told by someone else. Because what you don't realize is that you got told that by one person who was testing you about that. And the thing is, it came full circle.
Here's why he's not showing that DM. Because I said, hey, keep this in between us. And there was a reason I told him. I said, I'm being told that certain people are going to be served today. And the reason I told him that is so that we could be on the lookout. Now, hold on. He gets in here about trust.
Because I was already talking to an individual. So you made a big mistake there.
Did I?
You made a big mistake trusting individuals.
Trusting.
You think, I got an IP address, or I got this, I got that, I got the address now.
I never took that stuff to the show. It never went public. I took it to him because we were working together. So yeah, I took it to him so that we could be attentive as to what was going on. But I never brought it to the show. You think he's like, oh, you trusted people. Did I put it out publicly? No. And this is what journalists do, is they will compare information and try to be like, hey, this is what I'm hearing. What are you hearing? That happens all the time. And no, that the individual who told me that was not testing me. Like, he's just trying to spin this after the fact. What he's mad about is that person wasn't coming to him with information. Yeah. No, I'm going to get through these highlights.
Answer for that. Let me help you. I told them exactly what I told you. I wanted no part of it. And like you, they respected that.
That is my text messages. So as you guys can see, this is December 18th. I've been consistent through all of this.
Before or after? Coming on Discord.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Insignificant.
Let me help you. Yeah. Before or after? Coming on Discord.
Notice how he's hyper focused? He's hyper focused on this because he thinks this is the key to something. It's not.
Pow. Before. How
Still coughing into the microphone.
many times did that take me? How many times? How many times did I have to repeat? And Mike, I thought you were a respectful, full of integrity, ethics, a gentleman and a scholar. But I had to ask you, how many?
It's insignificant.
Fact that I know for a fact that you've manipulated Max with that post. But
he was attacking Max again, showing Max's DMs yesterday. But yet I'm the one manipulating. If you were to talk with Max, like Max has done some things wrong, and I've addressed it with him, but I also understand that Max can't help himself. What I've never done is done a live stream attacking the guy. You have.
Thing is, this is now how many? Right, let me ask everyone in chat. How many times did I bring up the fact that I knew that MaxLab has disabilities?
So why are you still attacking him, dude?
How many times? In writing. In writing. How many times?
Attacking a
Twice?
guy with autism.
3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times?
Proud
How many
you must
times?
be. How proud. You fucking bully.
And I've proven it. So if you people want to judge me,
Yeah,
well, here's the
we can.
thing. Why don't you judge a person who hides behind a disability, goes around causes shit, but then hides behind a disability?
Where have I ever hid behind my disability? I've talked about my disability. I have PTSD. I go to a therapist. I've been going to a therapist since 2016. I am so much better today. Who refuses to go to a therapist? Who has mental issues?
What about people who take someone who is disabled or has a disability and use them for their agenda, but then once they're not happy or once they're done, they throw that person under the bus?
Throw that person on the MaxLab. He's in the chat here. We talk daily. MaxLab, he's done some things wrong, but he's also done a lot of really good research work. And I'll tell you this. Here's the thing about MaxLab. He was researching things way before even me and DJ Radis came onto this story.
Right? Now, Mike, here's a word of advice. You should know these letters. FAFO.
Yeah, or what are you going to do? 8 hours of live streaming about me?
Else who suddenly now hated me. I want you to read everything that I have just shown you. Everything that I've just shown you from page 1 until now.
Yeah, he showed 4 pages. There's so many more DMs. So many more. And the thing is that he won't show them because they don't show him in a good light. You'll see me pleading with him. Stop doing this publicly. While he was on live stream, I was sending him DMs, telling him, stop this nonsense.
Everything that I've shown you. If he was not lying, why did it take me multiple times to get an answer? If he was not being deceitful.
Because it was insignificant. It really doesn't matter if I talk to them before or after. It really doesn't. What matters is that I told them I am not discussing it. And that was the end of it. But that is the full conversation.
Why did he contact me and say, hey, look, I've just spoken to Max and you?
AVA, you were addressed in this, so I will...
And I know that you and George need to sort it out. And I went, you know what, mate, thanks for getting hold of me. I'll sort it out. Let me address this. You go and deal with Max. And
So AVA, stick around. I'll play it and I have an apology for you.
With the miscommunication with Georgie. And I would have done that because that's the way I am. And you guys know the way.
That's not the way it is.
I will try to resolve it. Even when Jen and...
He's got people right now pleading with him to stop. And he won't.
Lilu came in here the other day, okay, and I said to them, I said, look, yeah, I will listen and give them advice. If they need anything, I will do that. That's the way I am. Mike, why aren't you the same? Where are your ethics? All right? What? And a lot of the stuff that I've been saying in my streams, I find it.
No, it's not that one. It's this one.
What's pissed me off is the fact that you are trying to. What about Squid? What about TC? What about other people? Why haven't you got a fundraiser going for TC?
I do.
For his wife, to support them.
I do. Me and Georgie.
Of the financial burden after what's happened. Why don't you support him? What about AVA? Why aren't you supporting him? Why? Mike, why? Why not? Why is that, Mike?
So to AVA, I want to take this time right now to formally apologize to you because apparently I'm not supporting you or I'm not doing enough to support you. I've tried, but apparently my efforts were not good enough. So Kahanu, and Kahanu has supported and helped me. He has. And to that, I can say I am so thankful for your friendship, for your help. And me and AVA, we've met face to face. We have. So I know a lot of people are like, well, this is all people that you'll never meet. No, me and AVA, we've met. So that is all of the highlights. He did 8 hours of streams yesterday. Mental health crisis. So we're gonna have to get going soon, but I do want to address this. This was sent to me by MaxLab this morning. Again, this is me exploiting MaxLab, I guess. But there is an order denying the continuance, and this is in the trespassing case. So, yeah, here I'll stop screen sharing. So there we go. This is the trespass case. Brett, Therese, Gregory, Travis, Rex, and Deanna. So order denying motion for continuance. So no continuance for Scott Stark. And this is the other case. And again, I will thank MaxLab for this. Okay, it's not letting me blow this up. I apologize. Motion for continuance amended. So this one is for the case of the thumbnails. So now they tried to do a continuance. They still had to have the deposition. Now they're trying to continue everything else. So there we go with that. Boom. Boom. Thank you, MaxLab. Yeah, I'm using his autism to get screenshots. Well, here's the thing. He puts out false information. And he doesn't even realize he's doing it. He literally said on his show that, and he was talking about when Jeremy said Bruce was doing nose candy after the deposition. And he said, oh, he can have Bruce drug tested. He can have Guapo drug tested. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. To do something like that, the police have to have, or the judge has to have what's known as reasonable suspicion. Just because Bruce was there and was sniffing a lot and his nose was running is not enough to drug test him. Guapo is currently not involved in a case. So you cannot drug test him. But yet, these are the type of things that if you watch Spawn Trooper, he's going to tell people. So I think we've gone through all the highlights of his 8 hours of live streaming. And watch, he's going to do another 5 hours today. At least 5 hours. Guarantee you. I guarantee you. It's a mental health crisis he's going through. So just know that. And know that the people in his chat egging him on are like taking advantage of that mental health crisis. And they think that we don't see their comments. Oh, we do. We do. Sergeant Mitch, if he's still in here, yeah, we've seen your comments, dude. So. Which saying about Laura Owens? I've never followed that case. I know Megan and Tug have. I haven't. Squid has. It's not been my thing. I find it fascinating. I find it funny, the stuff I've seen about it. But I don't know what phrase you're referring to. Yes. And you want to know, that was caught very early on yesterday. You want to know who caught it? MaxLab. MaxLab caught that. And he brought it to a lot of us. Again, we share our research. Like when we find something, a lot of us, we just share it. And MaxLab caught that, brought it to the group. Other people in the group took it to other people. Because this case is not about us. This story is not about us. He's talking about people using his research because it's all about him. He's the main character. I'm not the main character. Like, this platform, if I can use this platform, and look at all the people that I brought in who, like, we just had Cass on. Cass is at, what, 200 subscribers? Like, I will help people with smaller platforms. Who has he brought onto his platform? Did he bring Eric on? Eric's got 118 followers, last I checked. Is he going to bring... Maybe you guys should say, when are you bringing Eric on your channel? He won't, because he's the main character. There are people who will probably surpass me in subscribers. I wouldn't be surprised if Squid passes me in subscribers. Would not surprise me. She's growing at a great rate. Good on her. Good on you. I don't care. I'm happy with my subscribers. I'm happy with my numbers. Exactly, Georgie. Oh, yeah, he also, Georgie, when you and I talked about Robbie, we said he was in jail for 24 months, but he was the one that said it was 12. What's funny is when we did that, we put that up on screen, the source of that. Do I care if it's 12 months or 24 months? I don't. It's immaterial. It really is. We had a source, so we talked to this source. Yeah, Eric needs a mobility scooter. I, however, will not be donating anymore because of Eric's comments about me. You know, I tried to help Eric. I did donate money, personal money. I donated foundation money. Daniel is doing a fundraiser for Eric. You guys should go watch Daniel DK Lucas's channel. Go donate to Eric. I just will not be anymore. And I have very good reason to. Again, people can shit on me. That's fine. You're not going to bother me. But don't expect me to help you. So, I've gone through every single thing I wanted to. I appreciate all you guys for being here. I am going to... All those DMs, all of them, are going to be shown. So you guys are going to see the meltdown. See how I was pleading with him. Stop doing this publicly back in December. So, oh, he's been saying for me to keep my name out of his mouth. Yeah, he's been saying that for a week because he screwed up on Uncle Frank. He doesn't want people knowing that. He doesn't want that front and center. So that's why. That's why. But he showed the DMs. You guys can go watch him. Definitely go watch him. Go on his show. Go search through his 5-hour stream to find them. And what you're gonna find is it's a big old nothing burger. Nothing. So his threats of releasing them. There you go. That was my goal, was to get him to release them, because now they hold no power. Like, when your trump card is strongest before you play it. Once it's played, it's played. Damage is done. And apparently I was destroyed. And I made mistakes. But it's done. It's done. Other than the DMs, unless if something else kicks off, I really don't want to talk about him on the show ever again. But I was tired of the threats, and you saw, or you can go see, his threats there's no teeth to them. It's, yeah. Exactly. Ever since he left, my numbers have improved. So, well, that's all I have, guys. I'm going to get out of here. As always, thank you for being worth serving.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.